Did that video title cause you to click on the video? Do you believe that you could actually burn 2,000 calories in 10 minutes? Do you think that is actually humanly possible? Guess what? It's not. If you clicked on this video because you thought this was real, you are the type of person that needs to be very, very careful. For the simple reason that I was lying. That it is not possible to burn 2,000 calories in 10 minutes. No matter what you do, no matter your protocol, no matter your system, no matter how much money you pay, you cannot burn 2,000 calories in 10 minutes. It is not possible. Heck, you can't even burn half that many calories in twice the time. And yet I see fitness influencers, I see fitness YouTubers promising these kind of results all the time. Why do they do this? Well, they know there's a lot of people out there who are misinformed or uninformed or gullible or just straight up stupid, and they want their money. It's just a money thing. And so they put this BS in the title, in the thumbnail, in the description, somewhere, and it is lying to you to make money. And I don't know why more people aren't getting angry at this type of content. And I don't know why this type of content is getting 100 times the number of views that it should. YouTube should not be promoting this kind of crap. So this video is going to have 3 parts. Part 1 is going to be talking about a few specific influencers that have put out this kind of content in the past and who need to be publicly shamed, and if I could slap them through the internet, I would. Part 2, that's a figurative, that's not a threat, that's a figurative, you can't actually slap someone through the internet in case someone thinks that's a threat. It's a metaphorical slap, okay? So please don't sue me for slapping someone through the internet. Part 2 is going to be talking about how moderation is important. And part 3 is going to talk about what kind of expectations you should have. So when you're doing a plan, when you're doing a program, some kind of protocol, some other fancy words, whatever, what should you expect? What is a reasonable result? Because if someone promises a result that is by far and away above what you should expect, it's probably not true. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. The first one we're going to look at is a Mrs. Chloe Ting. I don't know if she's married, but Chloe Ting. I don't even know her title, but Chloe Ting she has 11.1 million subscribers, and she gets about 4 to 8 million views per day. Her biggest video has about 160 million views, and she does this kind of stuff all the time. She overpromises on the results that you'll get from doing her little workout videos. And I think this is a big problem, and it shows that this type of content is going to get massive number of views. Now, I know some people are going to say, Jeff, you're just bitter because she gets more views than you or has more subscriptions than you. Heck yeah, I'm bitter. I mean, get abs in 2 weeks. Ab workout challenge gets 170 million views? That's ridiculous. Get that 11-line abs in 35 days. I mean, all of her content, the vast majority is just stuff that is over-promising. You cannot get abs in 2 weeks. Well, maybe you can. Maybe some people can if you already have almost abs. You have blurry abs, you get them sharper in 2 weeks, fine. But most of the people watching her content are not going to get abs in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. That is just lying, okay? Some people might say, oh, it's motivating to, it motivates people because it shows them what is... No, okay? Just don't even say that. That's ridiculous. It's just lying. She is lying to you. Whether you feel okay about that or whether that pisses you off, that's on you. That's your own moral compass. But it is absolutely lying. How do I know it's lying? Well, she admits it. If you look at most of her videos, they have an important disclaimer buried 100 lines down in the description. Please note that all of my videos are titled according to SEO best practices for content discoverability. Unfortunately, this may mean that video titles are subjective and shouldn't be seen as absolute truth. As an example, targeting fat reduction is not scientifically proven, but a video title might suggest otherwise. Honestly, that pisses me off, because it shows to me that she knows the title is BS, But she doesn't care. She just wants the views. She knows making these crazy claims is what is going to get people to watch her videos. And she doesn't care. But she cares enough that she puts this little disclaimer, like this makes everything okay. Another one is Grow with Joe. It says the easiest way to burn 1,000 calories, 20-minute intense HIIT workout. Now, you're not going to be burning 1,000 calories in 20 minutes. No one can do that, okay? Unless you're some kind of alien or you're an elephant or something, it's not gonna happen, okay? People cannot burn that much energy that quickly. Even if you talk about the energy burned after the workout, EPOC, EPOC, energy or exercise post oxygen consumption. That is not going to be enough to reach 1,000 calories with just 20 minutes of work. It's not going to happen. And what makes me angry about this is I know there are some people who do this workout, think they burned 1,000 calories, and then they go and they eat a few hamburgers. And they think, oh, well, I burned 1,000 calories. I'm going to treat myself to 1,000 calories. You probably burned 150 or 200 calories. It's just lying to people to sell programs, to get views, to become popular, and it is financially driven. It's almost always about money. So don't be the kind of person who is paying money to these kind of scumbags. And there are so many channels that are like this. I discover them all the time, and they always have a ton of views and a ton of subscribers. And this is a big problem because it shows to other people that this is the content that does the best. It looks very professional, it's very well put together, everything is videoed. Is that a word, videoed? It's produced very well. The only problem is that it is based on a lie. So part 2, I want to talk about the value and the importance of moderation. Now, moderation seems to be something that has been completely lost in the fitness world. And I think usually moderation is going to be the best strategy, and it isn't talked about enough. Let's say you talk to 5 fitness experts and you say, how fast can I lose fat? One person says 0.1 kilos per week. Another person says 0.5 kilos per week. Another person says 1 kilo. The fourth person says 2 kilos. And the fifth person smiles, they're very good looking, and they say 4 kilos per week. Whose plan are you going to buy? Are you going to buy that 0.1 kilo per week plan? The 0.5, the 1, the 2, or the 4? Most people, they're going to go for the 4. However, you're not going to lose 4 kilos per week. You might lose it the first week just due to water flushing out of the body, but long-term, sustainable fat loss, you're not going to lose 4 kilos per week. If anything, 1 kilo per week is about as good as it gets. Even half a kilo per week is really good. And so when people see these like 4 kilos per week, 3 kilos per week fat loss plans, it makes 1 kilo per week seem like a failure. But actually, 1 kilo per week is very, very good progress. Similarly, if you ask me how many sets of squats to do per week, should you do 1 set of squats per week? How about 5, 10, 20, 40? It's a bell curve. So if you do 1 set of squats per week, you shouldn't expect much in terms of results. 40 sets, you're probably gonna die. 20 sets, that's also quite a bit. 5 sets, maybe not enough. 10 sets per week is a very reasonable number. It's also in the middle. So 10 sets, it's in the middle. It doesn't look very exciting, but it might actually get the best results because it's going to be a bell curve. So the best results are often going to be in the middle. It's going to be moderation. However, moderation doesn't really sell very well, and that's a big problem. So people will either say, oh, just do 1 set per week plan, or look at the extreme 40 set per week, amazing, super revolutionary, Tom Platz, big legs, yeah. They don't talk about the middle, and that's sad because the middle is usually awesome. So finally, I want to talk about expectations. Now, as I just said, for fat loss, 1 kilo per week is about as good as it gets. You might go a little bit faster in some cases, but you shouldn't expect to go faster. 1 kilo is a pretty good target. even half a kilo, especially for smaller individuals, is going to be a very, very good target. For muscle growth, in your first year of training, you might gain 8 to 10 kilos of muscle. And honestly, if you gain 6 kilos of muscle your first year, that's still pretty good. You know, anyone that says you're going to gain 30 pounds or 14 kilos of muscle in 6 weeks, no, okay? Just no. That should not be an expectation. And if you hear that, you instantly know it's not a good source. In terms of strength progression, I would say in a sort of 6 to 8 week block, you can put about 10 kilos on a main lift, or maybe 5 kilos. That doesn't sound like very much, but it really adds up. If you can do 6 of these training cycles per year, that's 30 to 60 kilos on a lift. You do that for a few years, and suddenly you're a monster. Anything that claims to get you very, very strong very, very quickly is not only wrong, it's a dangerous way of thinking. Your joints, your tendons, they adapt much more slowly than your muscle. So you need to take into account the fact that it's going to take a few years for your joint strength to really adapt. So if you put 100 kilos on your bench in 6 months, you're going to have a lot of trouble with your tendons, with your joints. So don't expect to put on that much strength that quickly. And if you do, be careful. Gaining muscle and losing fat is possible, but it shouldn't be the expectation. It is possible, it can happen, but it is often a lot slower. So if you're trying to do both at the same time, realize that both gaining muscle and losing fat are going to be a little bit slower. Finally, it's important to realize that everything takes time. If you want to get good at something, if you want to really change your physique, change your strength, change anything, it's not going to be a quick fix. Nothing is going to happen in a few weeks, and certainly nothing is going to happen overnight. No matter what someone that is good at marketing promises, it's not going to be reality. All right, that is all for today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.